Welcome back to the Brighton Chamber Podcast. I'm your host, Cameron Harris, and today I'm joined by Cliff Miller and Nick Keelin from TCA Insurance. Welcome to the studio.
Thanks, Cameron. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
Yeah. So, real quick, what is TCA Insurance?
Yeah, TCA Insurance, we're an independent insurance agency. So what that means is we represent multiple insurance companies. So when you come to us, you have a lot of different options. We've been in business since 1969. And we have locations in Alpena, Tawas, and as of this spring, Brighton.
So with being an independent insurance agency, how does that really benefit the consumer?
Great question. Being independent simply means that we're not held captive by any one insurance company. So we have access to over a dozen insurance companies that we can price out and shop for the best coverage and the best price.
So not to, dumb it down a lot, but kind of like Trivago if you're going to travel somewhere.
Exactly, right. Yeah, we actually have technology. It's called PL Rater, Personal Lines Rater. So if we're working on a home and auto, for example, we'll get some information from the prospective client, and we actually put that into the software, and it shops for us. So when you come to us, we're actually behind the scenes doing shopping with almost a dozen insurance companies that would be a great fit.
So why is it such a benefit to have those multiple agencies kind of like you're representing them to the client?
Sure. So just to put it in perspective, some of the companies that we represent that we could actually insure you with are national in scale. So they're very sizable and they have unique standards. There's other companies that we represent that are only doing business in Michigan. And depending on the risk profile of you, age of home, construction type, unique things that come into play, there might be a better solution for you with company A than company B.
Definitely. So what was that one tool you mentioned earlier, the
It's called PL Rater. It's a product made by Vertifor, and it essentially takes information that we put into that technology, and it will shop all of our insurance companies in real time. So behind the scenes, like I said, we're doing the shopping for you, and you're not going to be getting phone calls from internet providers after we put that information in. It's our proprietary software. We maintain it. And I want to make the point that, as you alluded to earlier, that this information is not going to those, internet providers that are then going to look at that as a lead, right? You're not going to get phone calls immediately after we put that information in. It's very privately held. I just wanted to make that. I felt it was important to make that point.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and shockingly, a lot of information, it kind of,
right.
Once you put it in something, it kind of gets out there and kind of stays in people's systems or whatever. You never really know where your information really is going.
Exactly.
So what made you guys want to branch out to Livingston?
Livingston County is obviously very quickly growing. It's evolving. It's an affluent community. And over the last 10 years, private equity has come into our industry and literally gobbled up, bought up a lot of really good, strong independent agents. So a decade ago, this move probably wouldn't have made much sense just because of the competition here. But what we've found is that there are very few really strong independent agents in Livingston County that remain simply because of all the mergers and acquisitions. So it was just a really great market opportunity for us.
Definitely. Speaking with professionals, what insights would you give to people that, like, shockingly people do, but, to you guys on the inside, it's like, you guys shouldn't do that, no duh, but people on the outside wouldn't pick up on it?
Yeah, I think some of the things that you should be looking for when you get an agent, obviously someone that targets coverage over premium. Obviously, everyone does want to save money, but at the end of the day, we want to make sure that you're properly insured and you have the proper coverage, whether that be if you don't have a cyber policy. That's a very growing exposure, especially in 2025. It's a lot of cyber attacks, cybersecurity incidences where people are getting maybe not held ransom, but they're kind of in a spot to where it's like, hey, if my personal or clientele's personal information gets out, that's enough to probably close your doors. So we've tried to find the little things like that. So cyber, employment practice liability, coverages of that nature.
Wow. Yeah, no, I didn't even think about like cyber type of stuff. That would be huge today.
Cyber's evolving quickly. The coverage, the companies that are bringing cyber coverage to the market. My biggest point I probably might like to make is if and when you're ready invest the time and find an agent that's going to invest some time with you to actually ask some questions, figure out what your risk profile is, and then develop an insurance program specifically for you. You get these policies, they're 200 pages. What's in them, right? And there's a lot of complexity in this business. And I would say my most significant recommendation would be find an agent that's knowledgeable and that's willing to invest some time with you.
Definitely. So I saw on your website that you have like multiple different kinds of brackets for insurance, like personal insurance or business or farm and agriculture insurance.
Correct.
Like for the personal ones, like for home and auto or like flood and anything like that, can you bundle different things, or what is your process exactly for getting the right coverage for the right people?
So in the personal lines specific process is we have an information gathering. We actually have it on our website, so someone could fill it out on our website, or we can do it over the phone. But then what we do is we take one extra step and we actually go and do a site visit. So what we're trying to obtain with that site visit is we're trying to understand in real time what it would cost to rebuild your home. So a common misconception is my home's worth, X. Well, it really doesn't matter what your home's worth. What matters is how much would it cost if I had to rebuild this thing from the ground up. And keep in mind, debris removal is probably going to be tens of thousands. So you're already taking away from the coverage that you think you have.
That makes a ton of sense. And then like as far as businesses go, like obviously we mentioned cyber earlier. What other things should would apply in that category?
Typically for commercial insurance, the process I usually like to roll with is I like to, one, have the initial phone call followed up by an in-person visit, just so one, I can get eyes on your operation, see how your business is set up, laid out, things of that nature. And then from there, if available, I'd really like to look over their current policies. That way I can see how they're set up, things that are good on it, things that I think maybe need change, because overall there are probably 70% of it that it's on the spot, you're in a good spot, but what's that 30% that we can find to help out?
Mm-hmm. And then
it's a great point. And there's very few reviews that we've done where we've said, you're in a good spot, I would stay here. We've always found room for improvement. I mean, there are situations where we've told clients, like, you're in a good spot, and we're happy and comfortable to do that, but it's very few and far between.
Yeah, no, the fact that you tell people, you don't need to go with us and get this type of coverage, like stay with what you're at, is really huge to, you have the clients in mind, really.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the whole idea, is you want them to trust us. And that's just one display of how you can trust us. And we know that long term, that client will eventually come back around. But yeah, we have done that in certain situations where it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And then as far as like farm and agriculture go, how is that really different from a business standpoint?
Farms are a blend between business and personal insurance. So I like to think of it as a kind of the commercial and the personal world and insurance kind of morph together into one, because a lot of times the farmers will live on site, right? They'll have their primary home on site. So we build farm policies that address the unique needs of agriculture type accounts.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of unique needs, I saw you guys have mobile sauna insurance. Can you tell me more about that?
I sure can. This one's been really fun. So long story short, insured a mobile sauna. That mobile sauna provider was so happy that she posted about us on Facebook, and it was a national Facebook group. And we insure mobile saunas in 15 states currently, and we're looking to expand that. Now we're getting into the manufacturers of the sauna. The mobile sauna industry and the sauna industry in general across the U.S. is just really evolving quickly.
Obviously, somebody just asked you, can you insure my sauna? And you, sure, we'll give it a try, or we'll do it. Can people just ask you, can you insure this and come up with a plan for this, and you roll with it?
Yeah, that's one unique thing that we bring to the table, is we have the experience to craft insurance programs with unique insurance companies. So it's kind of a blend between the knowledge that we have, but also the carriers, the insurance companies that we represent. We can piecemeal things together to come up with an insurance program that makes sense. And that's one of the reasons why we're doing so much in the mobile sauna industry, is because there's not an easy solution, but we've built actually a product that we've trademarked called SaunaShield by TCA Insurance. And like I said, it's taken off. We get multiple inquiries a day. On our website, you can actually go on and upload like the waivers and photos of these mobile saunas. And I got to tell you, some of these mobile saunas, I mean, they range from maybe 20,000 in the barrel sauna to 150,000 in mobile saunas. So yeah, they're the uniqueness of them and the spectrum of how they're built is very, very wide.
I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah.
So as far as like payment plans go, what can you share about that really?
Payment plans are typically impacted by the insurance company, but there's a lot of flexibility. I mean, some people like to pay in full and just get it done for the year. You know, that's totally an option. And it ranges from that to being set up on a monthly automatic, withdrawal. And that's typically what we see. Most people want to get set up on some type of monthly automatic withdrawal from a checking account.
Mm-hmm. Generally, do you get better rates if you do the yearly or like twice a year type of payment versus monthly?
In some situations, it makes sense to pay in full because they offer what's called a pay in full discount. But oftentimes, particularly in the commercial world, there's really not that savings. So it makes sense to spread out those payments over the year.
Mm-hmm. And then while I was on your website looking at the sauna insurance, I saw you guys have like a foundation. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, so we created a nonprofit about 8 years ago. We have a board that we meet every November and we budget for what we're going to gift in any respective community. So we do a lot of giving. That's just part of what we do, but we also serve on nonprofit boards and we just want to really become part of that community.
Speaking of becoming a part of a community, you guys are in Livingston County now.
Correct.
How are you planning on being more involved as time goes on?
Yeah, Nick, he's
I'll kind of take it from here. I joined the Brighton Chamber of Commerce, became an ambassador. So really just going to as many ribbon cuttings as I can, meeting people. You never know who you're going to meet. So I really do want to get more involved. Obviously, I've been here probably 5 or 6 months now. So relatively newer, but I'm very excited to continue to get my name and TCA's name out there.
Definitely. Well, and where are you guys located exactly in Livingston?
So we're off Aller Landing. Most people don't know where that's at. So if you know where CNC Sports is at, off Grand River, we're right across the street.
Okay, sick. And for anybody who's listening to this and wanted to get more information or contact you guys or just keep up with current events or anything, where would you recommend that they go?
The first place you could go to is our website, but we also have a very active Facebook page. One of the cool things about us being in the community is that you can call or email us, and we can grab a quick coffee, grab lunch. I mean, that's what we're open to. We were looking to develop those relationships.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And as we're wrapping up here, is there anything else that we didn't mention that you guys would like to bring up?
I think it's important for people to understand the amount of time and energy that we invest into the community. So while the foundation side is the financial piece, and that's certainly a very important part of what we do, giving back to these communities is what we do, but it's also a commitment of time and energy. So serving on nonprofits to help them further their mission, that's something that we are very invested in and have a very long history of serving.
That's awesome. So as far as all the information to get in contact with you guys, that'll be in the description below. So anybody who's driving right now, they don't have to, quickly write that down or keep rewinding it. It'll all be there for sake of ease. But Cliff, Nick, thank you for joining me today. It was great to talk to you guys.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.